Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We have here one of the hopeful, amazing bangers of a final matches for round one of the tournament. Starting off here, Quarantine Cup. I have Patty, Mr. iPat himself, with me here to co-cast this wonderful
Hello.
game. How are you? Oh my
It's going to be a good game, Infested. Good game. One of the top seeding teams for many tournaments now. Pubstar, known as Frag4 for this, take on Team Provid.
Yeah, they did a little bit of changing up for their roster, but ever so strong as always. They got their main people still sticking around. And we're going to be starting up real fast here because they were waiting for a long time. So we will give you a roster rundown after this first hit real fast.
Charger, Smoker, Hunter, and Boomer for the first hit as Team Provid takes the Survive round first. Smoker goes in pulling from the safe room area. The Hunter gets nearly a damage pass on Nick. Charger rolling in from the safe room. Boomer unable to do anything. Waddling in from the back.
It was close calls, but yeah, nothing really landed. So good lucky break here for the first hit. It was Provid, Team Provid here. Handsome Robot as Nick. We've got Lucky as Rochelle. We've got Trice as Coach, and we've got Lobster Facts as Ellis. Seeding up that roster there on the Survivor side. And we're going to be seeing another hit here coming. And as a Boomer tries to pre-spawn, not going to be able to get on to Coach. Rest of the hit, got a 2-2 here. Looks like they're just going to send it.
Sending the SI in with no real strategy here at the moment from Team Frag4.
And Provid's on the run. Provid's on the run.
Provid's on the run. We're giving them a
home server's working out so far. They're doing really, really well. Do you want to give a roster rundown for Frag4, iPad?
Roster rundown for Frag4, also known as Pubstar mainly. The main lineup of Spongy, Soul, Peter, and Dusty back in their lineup for this tournament. Sitting out Brian and Adam for this tournament. As a hit goes in, the Smoker lands, and a big tick-out Hunter Jockey landing. Jockey taking Trice all the way back, so that's a good hit, Infested.
Yeah, the Spawns finally decided to seal the deal, getting that double cap in the back. It's the first real good hit going out by Frag4.
Now I'm just going to check if this is a home and away match.
Is it really just one?
Yep, it's just a one match. Was told earlier that it would be home and away, but they may have changed something recently.
Right, interesting. We got three yellow Boomer for Frag4 taking the chances. They're saying they're going to win it, winner take all, right?
Setting up on the mountain now, going into the choke. Team Provid taking their time clearing out the common. The Hunter.
Ooh, Boomer, huge.
Big quad boom with a double charge and a Hunter Smoker. Everything
you can't
lands.
ask for much more.
Ouch.
Can't ask for much more. That I was watching up above. I was waiting. I was like, when is that Boomer actually going? And it went right as the jockey went in to make some noise. It was really good. The quad boom from the behind everyone. No one was looking for the Boomer after the jockey went in.
Correct.
Gross.
One of the top seed, or the top seed team in Quarantine Cup. For a reason, Infested. They, time and time over and over, they're consistent with their performance. Team Frag4, Team Pubstar. It's good to see.
Oh yeah. I'm liking Provid though so far. Even though those couple of last hits were really, really rough. But they're trying to get some clears, they're holding it together. Everyone's fast still. They're playing it methodically. Here comes another hit. Hunter from above, not going to be able to land fast, but he does land in the end. It's going to lead to a spit for a little bit of damage, but everyone is going to be on the move. Maybe a Boomer here to seal the deal. Maybe going to see a quad cap if this Boomer goes fast enough.
The tank is in 2% Infested, so I think this Boomer is trying to catch the survivors on the way back.
That could be really big too. I didn't think about that.
Oh, here he comes. They're running. Ooh, they're just taking in the tunnel for now, trying to get as much pre-chip as the tank is in the hands of the star.
Now Boomer has to reposition. Now Boomer has to reposition because they thought they were going to run back. Where's this Boomer going to go? I'm curious. I'm very curious. This Boomer's really big here.
Hey Nick, reloading.
Boomer just trying to sack itself from making sure they get a 3 cap with this tank.
This is my kind of weapon.
As I said, the tank is in the hands of the all-star Mr. Soul from Team Pubstar, Team Frag.
That's a good song, Mr. Soul.
Mr. Soul. I wouldn't know, my man.
Alright.
Going for a 3-cap here, Team Frag4 before they send this tank in. They've got survivors blocking spawns and ready for the chip, but they've got the 2 shotties at the front, so I'm not too sure how much chip they'll be able to do. They're playing 3 shotty. Is it 3 shotty and 1 Uzi? No, 2 right now. 2 Uzis and 1 shotty. 2 shotties. As the tank rolls in and tries to get an early pounce, Lobster getting capped early. The rank tank picking up a rock. Should be able to get an early down on Lobster, and as does so in the process, the other survivors trying to get as much as possible. The tank rolls down to 30% health.
Oh. Wow, this jockey! No!
That's it.
What?
That's a what?
Wow, what plays?
Nick gets hit far away.
No, they're actually not gonna die here. They could still die here. I might eat my words. No, iPad, I don't want to eat my words.
Watch out. Oh, and Charger seals the deal. Dusty coming in with the final few pounds onto Lucky. What a round.
What a round! What an infected round during the tank. Hunter going in to give the tank that corner. And normally I would have, like in normal situations, you would be like, "Oh God, Hunter went really fast." But that was like really sick for the Hunter to be able to just be there, ready for the tank.
Yeah, and teams are doing it over and over.
He just stacked on top of him. He was able to like hit the rock to make the survivors back up, and he got that corner. And like, it was really, really lucky that they got that double cap, but it was just sexy at the same time. Like, my
God.
God.
Smokers, gotta watch out. Hunters and smokers. As soon as the tank commits, they're the first few SI to roll in to really provide support for that tank to get an early down. And you saw it where can't remember who that hunter was, but gave the tank an early down, followed by a jockey and charger that landed towards the end, sealed the deal.
I think it was just over aggression. Survivors just wanted too much chip when they needed to just block more spawns and just be ready for the spawns.
I would have loved to see personally 3 Uzis there to rail the tank as it's coming in, but and sometimes team even hold S into the tunnel to make sure the SI just come from one area as we see the round of Frag4 go live.
Man, I'm excited. I'm very excited. With the early wipe here, this is a big map 1 already.
Good chance for Team Frag4 to get a healthy lead, but I'd like to see a good amount of coordination from Team Provid as the Boomer spawns up to make some distractions. The Smoker gets cleared early, Charger tries and lands eventually.
The long charge gets those 10 points.
Boomer rolls in.
Smoker can just hold. Oh, Smoker dies. That's okay. It's not the end of the world, but
it should still be a 3-cap spitter.
We'll see. The other team did get a 2-2 because they did the same thing, so they could get unlucky.
Ah, okay.
It was a 2-2 for their next hit coming up here. For the other round, who knows?
Bit of damage, bit of damage.
Yeah, they got it. Tricat with a spitter. You beat me this time. Pay it.
Well, bam.
I'm ready for this hit, though. They're stacking up on the truck.
Charger landing, Hunter landing.
And he lands into the tree!
Landing.
He actually lands into the tree! Oh, man! He got that quick charge into the tree for that spit damage. That was actually alright. That was alright.
That's actually a solid hit from Team Provid. That's what they need.
Really alright.
Take away chunks of their health before the tank spawns. It's good work and coordination by Team Provid. I like this.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Not gonna lie, I expected better shutdowns from our leading
Boomer
team from many tournaments now.
But I don't know. I want to blame the map. I don't want to blame the map. This is good. It's a good game already. It's a good game. Like, they're even. Their health is like looking about even coming into this part.
Going into this in with a 3.
Boomer trying to land. Oh, he gets hit by an invisible wall of some sort. I saw that he like stopped dead in his tracks. The Boomer like stopped, like his like jumped dead in his tracks and like fell to the ground.
You saw that Charger. The same thing happened. I think it hit him in an invisible wall.
I didn't know that was a thing, and obviously they didn't either. That's worth a laugh.
Looked a little funny there.
I'm sorry, Team Provid. My God.
That's a little unfortunate.
Custom map.
Custom.
Silly sometimes. All right, next hit. We got a Boomer spitter. Now it is a 2.
Team Frag4 able to take that choke quite easily as they go into the open valley.
Wide
just to clear
open.
Out
Boomer is going to be kind of tough to land here.
Now it's
play
tough.
really patient.
I'd imagine they'd let the Survivor team push into the choke a little.
What if they do the exact same thing? What if they just send a hit? Oh, here comes Boomer.
Oh, and they
Not
do.
gonna
The
land.
Boomer gets shut down a little too easily. Charger making its way in, and the Charger does miss, but the Hunter does land, and a bit of speed damage going off onto the Dusty.
Imagine if the Charger had held the trigger just for a second longer. He would have had that stumble with the Hunter on the double cap charge. Would have been disgusting. But
That
he had no
would've been
idea that was going to
fat.
happen. He had no idea that was about to happen. Like, that was really,
Indeed.
like, close.
Now, I'd like to see what Frag4 do here with this tank. They are also pushing for, as the tank is in the hands of old man Trites, one of the players with plenty of years of experience in competitive gaming on Team Provid.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see Trice's tank here. Definitely. This could
Oh, the hunt!
Ooh,
Jockey
it was
3-cap,
super
big
up
3-cap by Team Provid. Trice does miss the rock, however, but that is a lot of damage already for the first hit during tank.
Heck yeah, a lot of free damage. Doesn't really lose any health from the tank for it. He was still at the rage. He didn't need to land the wreck, but the extra damage obviously would have been nice. But now we're going to have a boomer hit coming in here, I believe. But that was a really good tri-cap attempt that actually almost was a tri-cap.
I think Trice might want to go with one more. No, he's rolling onto second. As he goes for a big 4-rock, and the rock nearly landing on Dust. Skied in the process. I think Trice is now rolling in, pushing Dusty towards the back. Gets a big punch onto Dusty, and a second to follow. This will be an in-cap punch. Now turning his attention to Peter. This SI will be rolling in. The Charger about to corner the SI. Oh, Charger gets clipped. This will be another down.
Still a lot of damage. Oh, you got this.
Another down. Smoker does land onto.
Oh man.
Soul,
He's
who will be
the rock,
rocking
maybe?
Oh, misses the rock. Soul getting out of the way very nicely.
So unlucky from that tank at a couple of moments there, but some amazing fancy footwork.
Come on.
That was great.
Frag4 team able to just outmaneuver the infected there, and that was the difference between them living and dying, because that was scary with the tank running both of those survivors. The tank was running both of those survivors into that corner. You saw that, right? Like, it was gonna be that Charger landed, and it was almost like the tank cornering the guy at the same time. It was almost a wipe scenario.
Might go for a death charge here as the boomer spawns up and gets shut down. The Charger spawns early and goes to the death charge, but gets leveled by Soul in the process. Will run through the spit just to block a bit of spawns at the front.
And they're looking good though. They got some bonus. This is definitely a map. They're gonna get some. They're gonna get some points here. There was only one more hit.
Bonus,
I think this is the last hit in the map. If they, yeah,
this definitely is. Hunter spawning up on top of the ladder. Just saw a bit of the momentum down. As Team Provid will be scrambling for this last hit. Smoker lands on Peter at the end, and the Hunt. Charger and Boomer rolling towards the end. Will the Charger land? The Charger does land on Pete also, and the pound taking off about 116 bonus of that last.
116, yeah.
Nice.
That's about what I was looking at. But still, 330 points. The points almost don't do justice to what this game was like, because it was almost as if it was one punch away from the game being tied.
That was really unfortunate.
I feel like it was actually one punch away, like one missed punch away from the game being a tie game right now.
When that Charger landed towards the end, and Trice is cornering, I think it was Soul. I thought it was.
Yeah, and they had a chance to even live. They did have a chance to live during that their tank fight. Like, they barely got charged at the end. It wasn't that survivor's complete fault. Gosh, that's a heartbreak of a map. 500 points basically given up. But like, it was honestly like within your grasp. Like, I would be proud but disappointed at the same time. Like, in a way. Because you almost had it. You almost had it. Like, he was. Oh my god, it was good. It was what a good map won though by both teams, regardless.
About maybe 440 points, I think, separating the teams at the moment. A lot of opportunities for Team Provid to catch up here with the tank at 42% for this map.
Is this like just a little tiny bit after they leave the church area?
Yeah.
Just as they go down the hill, kind of thing. Maybe they got to back up into the church.
Yeah, it might be too far for the tank to roll back and get the card, because a lot of the team, if you've been watching the tournaments, a lot of teams have been AIing this.
I did it. Fuck, dude.
It's all good.
Pardon my language, but I did it. I even knew like I shouldn't have done it. Like I went forward and was watching the survivors, and then they backed up with me, and I was like, maybe I'll get the car, and I was like, oh, it was an awful.
Boomer does get shut down. Smoker also getting shut down. I think little miscoordination from the SI at the moment. Nice escape from Sol.
Man.
The ultimate fragger for Team Frag4.
Dang,
Also,
that's a huge first hit there,
down.
just annihilated.
Shut down.
So is this team rank 1?
Yep. Team Frag4 are ranked number 1. Seed 1 in the tournament, and in many tournaments actually, and they prove they win tournaments, they stay seed 1.
Heck yeah. They're vicious when they want to be.
Nice double boom landing on Spongy and Dusty.
That is a good double boom. That slows them down considerably.
Getting a bit of a block at the front. Just
That gives them the hit for the tank because they gotta wait for the boom.
Unfortunately, we won't have war rooms for Team Frag4, but I think, and maybe Vanille, if you can shed some light, do we have consent from Team Provid?
Oh my!
Yes, we
Got a
do.
war room. My gosh! What a double charge!
Big double charge landing. I might be just for this part. I'll take the tank into Vanille rather into war room infested of Team
Lobster
Provid.
tank. Lobster tank. Right?
Reloading.
Just stand there.
You want us to go in?
Yeah.
There's a hunter out there.
That was a nice shot. Reloading.
There's walls around here.
Yeah, it's split off, bro.
I go.
Reloading.
Smoker's got me!
Good down.
So what happened?
Nice damage.
You doing fine.
Wow, 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 wow. What a tank there. At the very end, the support coming in gave him the opportunity for almost two full corners, spreading out the love there.
It's awfully quiet initially in that war room, but I'm sure they'll be happy with an in-cap out. At their side landing and supporting that tank pretty well.
Yeah, my gosh. It could have gone absolutely a lot worse. That was very good getting them trapped behind that rock there for the tank to be able to cover himself. Because he was able to keep himself alive by being back there too. So he was able to get the extra 2 punches that he shouldn't have originally, I don't think.
Lucky yet to get off the mark. Representing Team 0. As Provid go into this hit with a 2-2 Spitter Boomer, Hunter and Smoker. Seems like that Boomer set up with the alarm car. Out of reach though. Smoker trying to trigger off that alarmed car, but I think Team Frag will take
Lobster
their
is going to
time
die here, but can he get a pull? No.
Ooh. Soul happy to. Soul gets down.
Go for it. But that is
Huge
a
pounce
lot
onto
of
Soul.
damage. Soul went in. He did not hesitate, but that actually worked in the
He
infected
just
space.
ran
They got
straight at that smoke, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Triggering
Boomer.
the alarm car,
Boomer
eating
got-
the Boomer, and getting DP'd in the pro.
Reloading.
The boomer was really the bad deal there. The boomer caused the stumble, which gave the hunter the easy land. Like,
My
gross.
boy Sol, walking
Gross.
into hits.
You know this shit's gonna get loud.
Oh!
Another nice boom landing as this Smoker Charger trying to do something here, but will get demolished in the process.
Oh, destroyed that jockey though. You see that? Jockey jumped over the wall, got
A bit of yeah, a bit of miscoordination from the SI team there. The boomer did land. I think they just needed to go together. Either they had to go or they had to get out. They just couldn't make up their mind, I don't think.
Yeah, you were right on that one. Like one of them went and then two of them hung around for
Reloading here.
Yeah.
couple hits left in the map, right? Couple hits, yeah.
650 bonus. I'd say 2 more hits.
Maybe 2 or 3, depending on what they do.
Another 2-2. Boom, Hunter and Charger. Hunter gets skidded pretty nicely by
They're going alone again. They're going alone
Soul.
again. Boomer might slow him down a tad, but they're going to be on the move now.
This might be a quad cap for the last hit, if I am not mistaken.
Reloading.
Frag4 moving closer to the safe room with a bonus of 630
That's still pretty good
as
chunk.
they roll with a quad cap. Ooh, would I like to see a quad cap. SI actually rolling in. The jockey is already on the move, and the Hunter and Charger coming in from the front. Charger gets cleared, Hunter lands and gets bunts the jockey. Smoker unable to make any damage from that distance.
That was
shutdown.
real risky. You would have been a, you know, would have actually worked out. Maybe they could have done that sort of a thing. But I think that, I mean, I'm like, I don't know. I would have probably done the same thing, exactly what they did, because I wouldn't have thought ahead. But like, if the jockey had hung around the corner, instead of just going in and trying to distract for a bit, and like, and then they push them, because you would have still scared the survivors backwards, right? If you scare the survivors backwards, then they're bunched up for the horde to take on the horde. And then if you do like send in a special all at the same time, like the Charger and jockey just bunching together, like you still could have gotten that melee, but it would have been tougher for them, I think, to have dealt with the horde.
I guess it's harder to land SI when you're all like tunneling in or funneling in from the same direction. Like the Hunter and jockey at the end just came from the same area.
They had a smoker from behind, but that was it. They had everything else from the front.
That puts Frag4 on 2,000, just over points after round 2. Now we'll see the round of Team Frag4, who are looking to come back and make a bit of a catch-up before pub stars essentially can get too far out of hand, out of reach. Boomer spawning up above just to bet the Smoker lands, but gets cleared pretty well. The Charger caught in no man's land. The Boomer pops and gets a proxy and a coach, and the Charger going for a few punches. Does land a big 2-cap at the bottom with managing to get some clears. Oh, that was a bit unorthodox.
Yeah, we got a 2-cap out of it though and got some damage. Is that Charger? It like charged from above.
Yeah.
It charged from above and it missed the guy that was on the pipe. It was trying to go for the guy in the pipe originally.
Weird.
And it missed the guy in the pipe and then charged downstairs and got a different person.
Bit of damage.
Reloading.
We got a 2-2. Swamp making some noise. Securing the boomer.
The 2-2, the Smoker will try to pull someone back into spit, but gets cleared nicely by Try. That was a hit better taken by Team Provid as they're trying to make their way and spawn this tank without taking any additional damage or further damage. Unfortunately, as mentioned prior, Team Frag4 will be playing in Mumble, so we don't have access to their war rooms. However, as they take this hit, the Boomer does land, and the Pounce just narrowly missing. Handsome robot for a huge DP as the Boomer tries to get additional scratch and then gets a proxy onto saving the Charger and jockey for the tank spawn. Now I don't know if they're trying to charge the Survivor team forwards into the tank like I did in our match yesterday about 8 times, but
this tank wants to roll.
Tank is rolling in, and I think that their side's gonna go in early. I think. Oh, look, it's an early corner onto Try. Who gets luckily punched away. The tank is rolling in with the
huge here too. Oh no, coach! There was nothing he could do about that Smoker.
Shoot the tank, shoot the tank, shoot the tank.
This is
Ooh,
another
that
wipe.
might be a 3-cap.
Another wipe.
Big 3-cap from Team Frag4. That is coordination at its best.
Yeah, that smoker's big. Getting that pull on the guy for the punch.
Boys, I'm down. Come on, guys. I need some help.
Oh, dang.
Not what they needed.
Disappointing.
Not what
But
they
another
needed.
one. There's another one that they could have had, I think.
I think, yeah, I'm not too sure what the plan was there. Trice got a little too close to the tank and ate a punch or two in the process. Did get punched away, but
Handsome Robot ate 2 punches, and then Trace got pulled into the corner, and Trace got downed first.
I think they were just a little too separated during that tank fight. A little too separated. Not that they were too far apart, but SI, I mean, the Charger landing out there. I don't think Chargers should be landing out there because of how big and open the area is. Says the guy who got charged about 8 times in my match yesterday, but that's the past. Just about to call out that hit, but they're all dead essentially. Hunter stays alive at the top in the hands of Lobster. Assume he'll save it for the next hit.
Man, I hope we don't see a team in a tuxedo. Reloading.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Man, this map has 2 tanks. Sick.
One of this tank at 75%. So we've got a static spawn at the piano, followed the open library, I think, as that hit rolls in. Not doing too much damage. The boomer does manage to get off a 2 boom, but everything else shut down quite nicely.
Here comes that first tank.
I'm reloading.
Tank in the hands of Mr. Lucky. I'm unfamiliar with Lucky as a player. Do you know much of him, Infested?
Not a whole lot. Just that he is on the team, I believe, because he plays with Handsome Robot a lot. So like they're a pair playing together.
All right.
But I don't know a lot about him personally.
Let's see how they. I was gonna say we'll roll into the war room for this tank as the boomer gets bunted and shut down pretty nicely by Dusty. As this tank is running low on frustration, we'll quickly move Vanille into the
Help him out.
Reload.
We'll take that. It's a
That
few
was nasty.
punches there. Finally able to get that guy into a position where he almost got a full corner. And
That was nasty. By the time I moved Vanille in, tank was dead, nearly. So not sure if the viewers at home actually got a chance to hear anything.
we're gonna have tank number 2 soon.
Yeah, that's 75%, but that's a pretty late tank, so teams can either push forward into the large open space, or they can push back with that skeet on Handsome Robot by his soul. Pretty clean by Mr. Frenchman. They push their way and should be able to spawn the tank if they go fast enough off of that. Like I said, teams can either push forward or back, but in this case, Frag4 will push back into the nice open area near the safe room. Tank this time in the hands of Mr. Handsome Robot.
I'm excited.
Setting in some SI at the front, not doing well. They got some damage. Charger wasn't able to land through that little corridor as Team Frag4 will now set up at the back. They will have a boomer in this rotation though, so I'd imagine they'd be sacking that, but the problem is the tank is rolling on second pass before it manages to get sight onto the survivors. Second pass. As they have a boomer that dies. Jockey just making some noise at the front. This is some nice aggression by Soul, not giving the infected any breathing space, knowing that the tank is on low second pass. Will be forcing them to go in with just one SI. Now,
Oh no.
Trice is 3 seconds away. That tank is low frustration. 15, 10,
go.
5. This is going to be AI. 5%. The tank rolls in nick of time as the Charger and Hunter spawn to make some noises. Good jukes by Team Frag4. The tank does
he's actually
miss
spreading out the
position,
love.
but get some good positioning. Oh, that's an in cap on Spongy. The tank will be able to get maybe a corner onto Nick,
Oh,
but dies
man.
in the process. So
That was actually a good tank fight overall.
holy crap, that was
For-
actually a
for
lot of
Provid.
damage.
For
Lots
Provid,
of
that was a
damage.
good tank fight.
Yeah, I agree.
Good.
They got the
Soul-
tank. He got so the tank got a punch onto every single survivor except for one, and he was able to almost get the down onto Nick as he just goes down right there. And his support
Totally.
managed to help out by getting
Yeah.
it down onto Ellis. So like that's 2 full downs for a tank fight. That was really good. And some
Yeah,
extra damage.
I think Soul may have gotten a little too cocky trying to juke the tank. He had a lot
Yeah.
of time to spread out a little, and that tank, honestly, with the frustration it had, it should have, well, it was nearly AI. The fact that he got that much damage, I wouldn't be too upset if I was in Team Provid. If their first tank had done enough damage, they would have been in a comfortable position to wipe them prior to safe room. One set of pills remain.
Yeah, one set of builds. There is a chance to wipe, not likely. You have to
Quad
get a
cap.
really good. You have to get a really good couple of hits coming in here.
Yeah.
For some damage.
This is the time to execute a quad cap as the Charger jockey spawn at the front as the Hunter rolls in from behind.
Stumble.
Smoker Hunter at the back, unable to get a 2 cap. The scratches rolling out from the Hunter. Pushes that bonus down a little, taking it to 500. Still a good amount. I'd see only one more hit going into the safe room, or 2, depending on how fast they go here. Stoller has definitely
Maybe
put
one
on
more
his
hit.
running shoes,
One more
trying to
hit.
take the pool room table.
Once Spongy gets slowed down, this is the last hit.
Boomer landing on Spongy at the back as a charge fit set up in this room. The Charger has spawned a bit of an unorthodox spot, gets shut down quite easily by Soul, and that spot was a little too hard for the Charger to do anything. But by the time you spawn up, you're jumping over a chair and you're going to get shut down. So missed opportunity there, and maybe a misplay by Team Provid.
That's the safe room.
Safe room.
Except for the fact that Spongy's a little slow. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be popping his pills. Popping.
Good juke there, though, getting rid of that smoke.
Maybe one more cheeky hit from Team Provid as the Charger tries ambitiously to land the charge. Nice 3-boom, and a Hunter does land, but will get cleared quite easy. Healthy round, just puts Team Frag4 into the 3,000 bracket.
I'm excited to see what Provid does on their survivor. I want to see them. I want to see them kill this tank. I want to see them kill these tanks, my dude. I want to see it. Open area, they can do it, right? I believe in them.
You gotta believe. the Hunter, Charger, and Jockey
Tank's been really brutal.
rolling in. I think Nick, who is Nick? Handsome Robot, completely forgetting that Trice is hunted in the spit behind him.
Damn.
I'm reloading.
Damn.
They took that well. They juked the first two SI pretty easy. That Charger and Jockey, I believe, but that Hunter, and it should have been a little lapse of focus, I suppose, from Handsome Robot.
No.
Not the end of the world, as they should be setting off the piano to spawn this tank. Ellis rather just clearing the common. Not sure why. He had enough chance. I think he had enough time, Lobster, to spawn that tank. Nevertheless, taking it so has never hurt anyone. And the Jockey will land, but get cleared quite quickly by on the way back. Now they have a Charger Smoker and a Boomer in the cavity, ceiling cavity. Boomer spawning up, landing a nice 2-boom, and maybe nearly a proxy onto a
This
Trice
might be the
there
pull.
too.
This might be the pull onto Coach. Ooh.
I'd see this tank rolling in. No more fishing around. None of that funky business. Tank rolling in the hands of
Dusty.
Dusty.
In the corner
Tank
right
will get
now.
a punch onto Nick,
Oh,
followed
not
by
right
another.
there.
Spreading the love onto Rochelle, who was caught out by some common. Nice jump punch over the rail. A Charger does land on Coach. This is an in cap on Rochelle. No, it's not. Gets a nice 2 cap. This is a lot of
God.
damage. This is 3 in
That's
caps
another
off one
wipe.
tank. This is actually might
That's
be a wipe.
another
This is a
wipe.
wipe. This is
That's
probably a
another
wipe with a
wipe.
big DP. And Dusty and his SI doing a great job.
No, they can't do it.
I'm a little upset,
Frag4,
a little
an
upset.
impenetrable wall on infected is the name of the game. They have not been able to best their tank yet. They're putting on quite the
Great
showing.
tank. Great tank by Dusty. He did spread the damage and I suppose caught out a few survivors who were in unfortunate positions with Rochelle. One common slap in her. But the SI did a good job. That Smoker and Hunter that landed and Charger that landed gave Dusty initially the wipe. 2-boom landing initially.
They just understand what they need to do in the situation. Like you watch them during the tank fight, it's actually ridiculously terrifying sometimes.
Now, Team Frag4
Like they
are one of the
just
favorite
know.
teams. One of the
They just
favored
know.
teams in the tournament, as
It's
they have
auto-
been for many.
It's like
They just turn up
autopilot.
invested. They
It's
literally
like
just turn
auto-
up every
No.
tournament.
It's not that they turn up. It's almost as if they just know that they don't even have to. They just turn up. Like their brains turn up. They're like on autopilot. Like they're
I
fucking
think
Smoker and
it's,
Hunters. The Smoker and Hunters just know what the fuck they need to do with each other. 'Cause They
Yeah.
play together for so long. Like they don't have to say where they want to go. They're just like, oh, I'm gonna get that guy, and the guy like knows that that's what that guy's gonna do. Like they spawn in and they're like blink.
Yeah.
Like
Apart from-
especially watching like Spongy and like. And Peter and like together sometimes, like it's kind of scary.
Especially aside, actually, from their team cohesion and individual player skill. What I like to see is this quad cap actually goes in, doesn't really land. It goes in and very out of sync. Apart from their team cohesion, I like just their confidence they bring into the match. Vegas go into the match
Yeah.
knowing that they're gonna win. Sometimes that's all you need. If you go into a team, you know it's gonna be a hard or easy game. If you have that level of confidence, it really changes your mindset.
Yeah.
As that Boomer tries to land but gets shut down by Spongy, one of the tournament admins for QC 2020. As that Jockey lands, but that spit goes through the fence in out of the map.
Reloading.
They're on the run. This map is silly.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean,
I like it, though.
it's only round 1 of 6.
I like it though.
Yeah, round 1 of 6 in the Swiss
Heck
stages. So whether you lose or
yeah.
not doesn't really matter.
Heck yeah, 6 rounds. We're only
First,
only on round 1.
yeah, the first rounds were always going to be difficult for the lower seeded teams or the lower ranked because it'd be paired up against the higher ranked teams.
Yeah.
That smoker and
It's just
jockey
the
roll
name of the
in.
game.
Not too much damage. So if I was in Team Frag4, I'd be happy with the amount of the shutdowns so far.
Reloading! Reloading!
Damn. I forgot the thing's static up here. I think.
Yeah, tank is static. I'm not sure if you saw our match yesterday Infested, but that second tank just
Did
near the
not.
boat spawned right in front of our face. So that was
I
one of those
did
rare
not
static. Yeah, one of those rare static spawns. A nice bit charge lands onto Mr. France. Hitting a lot of damage on that hit, but apart from that, his teammates were pretty healthy.
Reloading!
Yeah, they're looking good. You're gonna find an extra set of pills here. Yep. Boom, right there. And they're looking great. Tank ready to go.
Shout out to DB Dave in chat. Sure everyone knows what I'm talking about.
DBJ. Dang. You got a tank lobster with the log. Ooh. Oh, the
Last
stumble.
round.
Stumble's gonna get him. Stumble's gonna get him. That was good.
Ooh, turns around, opting to shoot. Oh, that was a
Another
great
stumble's
jockey.
gonna
That
get him.
stumble's really gonna
Another
help.
Stumble is
Turn
gonna
around,
get him.
lobster. Get that in cap lob. Ooh, jump punch
no.
missing.
That
Looking
was
good.
Huge almost. That was huge tank though. The Stumble's helping the tank out. Doing extra.
Yeah, that was good. Good SI rather.
Reloading!
Support for that tank.
Reloading here.
However, survivors also took it pretty well.
Yeah, they
Got
could have
themselves out of a
definitely,
tricky situation.
definitely took it away. Could have been a lot worse.
Fat bonus. 1,057 points. We'll take him into the
Oh my
5k
god,
margin.
1,000 points still?
Bam.
Gross. Oh my gosh. Come on. Provid. Knock some more of this bonus down.
Target destroyed.
Shut down, titty. Dang. It's going out.
Charger.
Out of the park.
Charger and Spitter looking for any
Going out
damage.
of the park. They're not taking no for an answer.
They out fam. They're gonna be making that onto the boat.
105
What the hell?
1. They're gonna get it over 1,000
This
points
exactly-
on the bonus.
We were here yesterday and the tank spawned on the staircase right now.
What?
In front of our face. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh, as that jockey
You had
lands
to
on
fight
Frag.
it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a rare occasion. Solid performance. It takes Team Frag4 into the 5k bracket, which is a pretty dominating performance for
Wow, nice
Frag.
job by
Frag.
them.
as Dusty cleans the board in all departments.
Heck yeah.
But like I said, round 1 versus Haunted Forest is always going to be difficult for the lower ranked teams, only because they'll be matched up against the best. Unless you see some upsets like you nearly saw yesterday with Team Aqualax and Mix. I think our butts were clenched. We nearly threw that game so hard. But regardless, it will get easier for teams. That was a great speed actually by Lobster and Duck. Jockey landing, but won't be able to do too much damage, and the Boomer gets shut down. Spitter land, but they should be able to pop on the rail to get through.
Kick ass. Come on, let's go. Not yet.
Next hit rolling into the Charger. Hunter Smoker. Should be. Is it a quad? It is a quad.
Oh, thanks
Would
for
you
Oh,
love to see a
no.
quad right now?
Scary stuff. Scary.
Event
stuff.
has been activated. The gate.
Smokers in the front, so I think they're gonna wait. Look at. They're gonna let them.
Yeah.
They're gonna let them come to the smoker a bit, and then they're gonna collapse. Look at.
As the hit rolls in, the Hunter does land onto Ellis at the back. The Charger misses. The jockey land. Charger manages to get 3 punches onto the Survivor team with Dusty on the Zillow point.
That was close. That was actually.
That was
close.
that was close. The Hunter and jockey landed. I'm not too sure. I think this one got pretty
Reloading.
shot on early, but
Reloading.
Charger unable to land.
Yes.
I'm reloading.
Thing about this map is I think you have to take your chokes as soon as you shut down your spawn. So, for example, if you take that hit at the initial gate that opens, you want to be pushing through this tunnel.
No! Oh
But
no!
that is dangerous. The boomer doesn't.
Trice got very lucky he wasn't in the spit though.
a spitter on his head.
Oh my
A lot of
God.
damage rolling out onto
He
Team Frag.
he honestly could have gone down there, no problem, had he like not been the ledge thing saved him from taking spit.
No.
But yeah, this map you want to be pushing as fast as you can with the health you've got. Trying to minimize, minimalize rather, the damage you take. So, we're rolling into this hit with a 3-cap boomer.
Boomer in
Hunter
the front.
spawning up to make some noise.
Boomer in the front. They don't pop this right now. Oh, got one. Oh,
That
Charger.
great
almost
heat by Lobster again, who's really putting in a lot of the hard yards with Trice on Team Frag. Not Frag, Team Provid rather. It's a bit of separation, Nick left behind with comment.
Team Provid. Hell yeah. They put on a good showing though. They had some good chances to wipe.
Oh yeah, I've enjoyed some of these tank fights. I'm sure early on into the map, especially after map 1 and a bit of map 2. As that Hunt spit rolls out onto Trice. And a nice triple.
Oh, gross.
Reset pull onto Trice.
Skip hole. Oh, boom. Let's might give them a 2-2 here. We'll see. Or maybe a triple cap with a spit. It's one of those two.
Final part of the map for Team Provid fighting this tank. Whose tank is it? I can't remember. I think it's Spongy's tank.
Well, I got a triple cap with a boomer. I was wrong. Bad.
That boomer does set up at the front but doesn't land well cleared. Hunter also dies in the process, only leaving the tank with 2 SI. Charger and Jonke. Tank's already moved next to the log as it makes its way in and nearly. Oh, Nick backs up into a log and gets a in-cap literally up. LS gets long-armed and Jockey also landing onto Rochelle, who will be just get in-capped off the edge. Nice game. That nice self-clear by Lobster there in the corner as the tank tries to stay alive for the next rotation to come in. Ooh, Lobster eats a log to the face as the common slap him on the back, and the tank trying to get some big punches onto Trice, putting some pressure on with the last 10%. Trice putting that pressure on, not letting the tank get out for free, running right at the tank. Meanwhile, Lobster's just dealing with the relentless common and will continue doing so as they get boomed. This is bad. Help the poor man.
No.
GG.
What a game by both teams. 5,012 points for Frag4. 1,447 for Provid on round 1.
Quite dominating performance by Team Frag4 as expected going into round 1 Swiss.
That was really their
Team Provid.
It's really their infected play. I feel like they were fooling around a little bit as forever. Which I think they do almost at every game. To be honest, I think they fool around in every game they play. I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think there's some semblance. I think there's some semblance of them fooling around in every single game they play, which is honestly amazing. It's honestly amazing. They're at that point where they just they can just enjoy the game. Like it's just a
like
game.
I said, they just come into the game knowing.
But their infected play, my dude, their infected play was an impenetrable wall. It literally was unstoppable. Every single tank was a wipe for their play. So going into the next round, they are forced to be reckoned. They're forced to be reckoned with. Not a single tank was able to be dealt with. One died. Correct. Still, they wiped afterwards, but
that's
finally killed the last one. They finally killed the last
Frag4, showing a dominating performance against Team Provid.
It was a wonderful,
showed some
wonderful match.
potential actually. That match, they actually had a few good tanks and a few good SI coordination. Really put team Frag4 on the back foot on some parts of that match, but overall dominance and some notes to take away going into round 2 shortly. Leaving
Yeah,
one match. Only one match remains, I think.
when is
South
the last
Stars,
match?
South Stars, which is Team SA versus Penguins of Madagascar, which is a newly formed American team. So that'll be exciting to watch. That kicks off in about 2.5 hours. Will be streamed by Adam. Now there is a bit of back and forth going on with what's happening with G2 versus Hogwarts. We're trying to work around getting that match rescheduled before handing out any points. So stick around. Next 2 hours or so, we'll have the last matches of Team South Stars and Penguins of Madagascar. But apart from that, thanks for watching. Thanks Infested for your amazing casting. Everyone loves a bit of soul.
Yo, thank you for having me. That was very fun
soul.
to be a part of. Very fun to be a part of, my dude. I hope everyone has a wonderful afternoon and stick around. If you don't have a lot to do this afternoon, get some food, have a little rest, relaxation. We got another game still to kick off the final first round here of our tournament.
I guarantee you.
Hosted by iPat. I believe you're one of the hosts, yours truly, of this tournament. Heck yeah.
Myself and Caution, as well as a lot of support from the moderators, and actually some of the participants have been taking a lot of time.
Thank you for
Shout out to Vanille.
This has been a fun first round already.
Vanille?
Shout out to Vanille. Wow.
The amount of work she's doing in this tournament is insane. But yeah, Sol, to address your question in chat, Rajesh will be coming out of town in the next match, so be tuned. Rajesh will be back. Anyway, thank you all.
Yes. Have a wonderful time.